Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the Evo, and before I show you what we have in store, I wanted to show you why we're doing it. I'm sure by the thumbnail you already know what it is, but we're going to be swapping out the valve cover on the Evo, and I know a lot of you guys like this. I like it too. I just wish it was a little bit different. So the white at first was I was 50-50 on it. I ended up liking it, but over time it hasn't aged well. So first of all, white is a horrible color. So if you're watching this and you're considering doing white on your valve cover, I would suggest you go elsewhere. So not only is the color not good because it stains and all that stuff, but also this valve cover is made of magnesium. I'm not a chemistry professor or anything like that, but this is a problem that these valve covers have. So I don't know if you guys will be able to notice it through the camera, but you guys see that bubbling on the outer edge of the lettering and stuff? That's a reaction that these valve covers have because they're magnesium. I'm not 100% sure on this, but this is what I've seen through the years people say. And it's not just the lettering, you'll notice that stuff. It kind of happens all over the place, even on the inside. It seems to be like around the border. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. But that bugs me. Not to mention the white, as I stated before, hasn't been a good choice. So we're gonna make some changes. While we're in the actual head, we're gonna make some changes to that as well. Unfortunately, our new setup will not allow us to run this cool little plate, so we are going to be losing that. It sucks, but it is what it is. No aftermarket option allows you to run those. So let's go back inside and I'll show you what we got in store. All right, guys, here we are. Here's the valve cover, and this is from the guys over at Fatboy Racing. I believe these guys are in Indonesia. Don't quote me on that. I always see them post on the Evo Facebook groups about their stuff. I do see some guys running them there. However, I don't know of anybody that's actually running this personally. So why I went with these guys is I wanted to try something completely different, something new. There is a company out there called Hypertune, and they're in Australia, and they make good stuff from what I see and know. However, I wanted to try something a little bit different, so this is me doing that. So as you can tell, the valve cover is black. This is anodized, not powder coated. So I have a lot of anodized stuff on the Evo, such as the blow off valve, the wastegate, so on and so forth, and they're all black. So this is why I chose this specific color. As you can tell, this right here, this is probably the biggest thing that I like about this is evolution. So us Evo 9 guys, we cannot run the Evo 7 valve cover, which has the evolution from the factory on it. So we have to run the Mavic specific valve cover. And this is something that these guys had to do specifically different because they have a Mavic turbo version as well. They've never had anybody ask for an evolution one. So this is something they had to custom make. So there is a difference between the 8 and the 9. But overall, the reasons why you may want to go with a billet valve cover, or an aftermarket valve cover, I should say. Biggest thing is going to be the baffling. So this has removable baffles, as you guys can see. So it's easier to clean if you needed to take it off. Not to mention, I do believe this is better baffling than what the actual OEM one has. Actually, now that I look at it, it's actually a lot better. This is some pretty good stuff, man. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried just because I'm trying something completely new, but as you guys can see, some of the details on here are actually pretty good. So right there it says Evo 9, 4G63. Everything looks good, man. I'm actually pretty excited to get this on the car. I've had it for a little while, but I held off on it just because there's nothing wrong with my current valve cover other than aesthetics. So another thing with this is technically a 2-piece valve cover. So this is actually a piece that you can remove, and the guy explained it to me. He basically said it'd be a huge waste of material if they actually shaped it out in one piece. So this is why they have this separately from the actual valve cover itself. So technically you don't even need to run this. This is more for the timing cover. And then additionally to everything, as you guys can see, this has the AN fittings right over here. So they run both on this side versus the one over here on the factory one, if you were to go that route, and then the one back here. From my understanding, the one that goes back here serves like very little purpose. So this is gonna be a better overall setup for the catch can. And hopefully it does better with blow by and all that stuff. So not only are we doing this, but you guys know I don't cut any corners. So we also got the valve cover gasket. Might as well replace it since we're there, even though the one on there is like 2 years old. And then we got some spark plug ones. There's the part numbers if you needed to buy these for whatever reason. And these guys were cool enough to do something a little bit special for me. So as you can tell, this is a spark plug cover, and I specifically asked them to do this. I saw this originally done by one of the guys over on Instagram. His name is on Instagram is MattEvo8, and he did this with a stock spark plug cover. He cut a hole in it so you can see the coil packs, and I thought that was very neat. So I asked these guys to do it, and they went ahead and did it for me. The reason why I'm running this is because I want to be able to see the spark plugs, but also, most importantly for me, I want to tuck in those wires back here. So this will serve as a nice little piece that'll kind of hide everything away and still allow you to be able to view things. And then additionally to everything, since we're already going to be in there, I'm going to go ahead and replace my lifters. I have the brand new lifters right over here. If I can get this open. And as you can tell, they're brand new, still in the package. However, this is, I was kind of confused about this because I didn't see anything on any of the videos that I watched. Nobody really did this, but this confused me quite a bit. So it says that the lifters must be bled before installation. So I was thinking to myself, if they're bled, then that must mean that they're pre-filled. But after discussing it with my boy Rodney, you guys know Rodney if you watch my videos, and also talking to Anthony on Instagram, I'll add his IG on there so you guys know who I'm talking about. But after talking to those guys, they recommend that I soak these overnight in oil and then bleed them and then install them empty into the actual engine. So I'm going to take their advice because they obviously know what they're talking about. All right, guys, here we are. Got all lifters here. This is not a how-to. There's plenty of videos out there as far as what to do. However, the only addition that I will add that's been recommended to me is to soak them in oil overnight, that is. So I already got 2 done, and you obviously need something to press inside. So I'm using this thin Allen key or Allen wrench, and I'm going to continue doing all of them and basically just stick it in there. All right, welcome back, guys. Decided to take my stuff over to Rodney's. He's gonna help me with the valve cover. Not really so much with this, but the lines and the lifters. I've never done lifters before, so this will be a new experience for me. So we had to put this on pause for a little bit just because this is something I overlooked. So this adapter right here is a -10, where the lines over for the catch can are a -6. So you guys see this line right here. So we're gonna be swapping that over. And I went to my local parts store and they were nice enough to hook me up with these adapters. I don't know if I'll be doing this long term. I think I'll be doing something a little bit different. But that's what this is right here, an adapter to that. But we're gonna get started. Here we got Rodney. Just got the valve cover off. There it is. Out with the old and with the new. So he's rigging up some tool that he claims will turn over the motor so that we don't have to essentially do anything crazy, because I've seen some ways where some guys end up removing some of these. And so the issue is we have access to some of these. So these we have access to, but these we don't because the lobe of the cam is on it. So what they end up doing is removing some of these, and then when it comes time for these, they end up getting in the car and actually trying to, it won't actually turn on, but they just crank it over, turn the motor over, so that way the lobe ends up going the other way, and then they do the rest. Rodney doesn't like that idea, so he claims he has a tool that will go ahead and turn the motor for us. It's connected to the battery. He'll connect to the battery and then to the starter, and it'll actually do that. So we'll see if it works. There it is. Too easy. All right, hit it. All right, here we are, new lifters, no tick lifters. They already bled and everything, so we just got to drop them in, and that's it. Yeah, that's good for you. Do it again.
As you can see, the lifters are getting lubricated because the cam right on the rollers, they're all wet. You see that?
Yeah.
And then if you look in all the valleys right up above, they're all getting nicey too. You can keep hitting it.
All right, Mr. Rodney informed me that it's good practice to utilize this gasket maker in the corners before installing the valve cover. So we got it ready right over here. We're about to install it. All right, guys, welcome back. After a very long and eventful day, we are finally done. A bunch of hours later. You guys ready to see it? All right, here you go. So first things first, this plate does not fit on there with this setup. So this custom plate that I had made unfortunately does not fit because of the orientation of the coils currently. So basically, to make a long story short, this coil pack is in the way and it hits the end of that right there. So I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if I like it, just to be honest. All right, so this is what it would kind of look like if it was actually on. I could do some spacers and kind of make it work if I wanted to. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure I like it though. So let me know what you think in the comments. Also, additionally, like I just don't think this lighting, even though it's good lighting, I think it's too much. Everything reflecting and all that stuff. So I think in regular natural lighting, it will look a lot better. I do kind of miss the white. I think I'm just gonna have to get used to this black. But this was a kind of a responsible decision that I made, just because I showed you guys the old valve cover, which is actually right over there. White is just not practical, and then not to mention that OEM valve cover, they always go bad. So we won't have the issues with this. And then this black, it just makes a little bit more sense. Just overall matches all the other stuff that I have, like that. You see the AM in the back, the blow-off valve, the wastegate, all the other black accents that I have mixed with that machined aluminum white. It just overall just looks more subtle, and I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I kind of got mixed feelings right now. So I'm actually gonna take it home and I'm gonna try my other. I have a carbon plate that's the spooling up plate for this, and I'm gonna try to flip it, and then I'll try to see if I could fit this in there. If not, I may just end up ditching this completely. So let me know what you think. Overall, as far as the type of quality and stuff, it's kind of, it's so-so. So it's 50-50 with everything. The valve coil, we ran it for about 5 minutes. It didn't leak, so hopefully no issues with that. I am going to order a different oil cap. This utilizes a Honda style or Evo 10 style oil cap, so I will be ordering one. This is not the way that this is gonna look. This is temporary. So I'm gonna end up ordering some elbows, some AN10, which is that's what this is, to a 6, which is that's what that is. So I'm gonna end up ordering those. So we still got some work to do, so don't think this is gonna be the final form. And then I'll go ahead and adjust some things. We're gonna do a little mini wire tuck back there. So there's still some more stuff to do to the Evo. I think I just got to get used to the black. This was a responsible decision that I made, and just hope that, you know, over time it's just something that I can get used to and actually like. That's gonna cover it for this one. Take it easy, guys. Got more stuff for the Evo coming. So and then we also got to do the retune with Haltech as well. So we actually got a lot of content coming up for the Evo. So stay tuned for more. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.